Howdy there folks, Scott Grove of GroovyMusicLessons.com. Dr. Groovy here with part 5 of the guitars I think you should check out, the used guitars. Anytime you get to, but definitely before you go buy a brand new, especially off-brand or lower cost instrument. This one I definitely know every single thing about in the entire world, and everybody that I've turned on to Peavey guitars, which we're talking about today, have got them, and for those who have got them, have not looked back. So definitely, before you spend your money on, again, you know, weird Squires or Epiphones or LTDs or STDs or whatever you find, be sure to check out the old Peavey stuff and a couple of the new ones. Peavey back in 1978 was the first year that they released that guitar right there, the T60, and then its mate, the T40 bass. Big, huge, ash, heavy as all get out. That guitar there probably weighs 12 to 13 pounds. But man, they are brilliant guitars. Super thin necks. They're not real wide like a Ibanez Wizard neck or anything. They're just odd. But they are phenomenal. They did them right back then. Since then, you know, this was Hartley Peavey. I mean, on every single stage in the world for about a decade was always filled, and this is in the 1980s, with tons of Peavey stuff. Everybody had Peavey amps, and everybody in the country world, and it's not just for country, of course. Van Halen still doing some Peavey stuff. A lot of people are. Man, the whole Opry, Grand Ole Opry, and every country stage, Peavey, 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 nothing but Peavey, from guitars, basses, amps, steel guitar amps, even drums. They're Radio Pro drum sets, which, to kind of use a phrase from the episode we all saw of Undercover Boss, which was so stupid, just showed how retarded Hartley's son-in-law is, who basically has screwed up the company. That's why I'm trying to steer you mainly toward this old stuff when it was actually good and there was some integrity left in the company. But those Radio Pro drums were, just like they said, like Hartley said, easily the coolest and most, they were slightly radical, but they still are the coolest acoustic drums ever made. And drummers are just, like guitar players, they just fear change, but that was their big thing right there, and they missed it. Boy, they missed it bad. Okay, so for right now, this is episode number 5. Again, of all the cool Peavey axes you guys should check out. I've owned 98% of every Peavey axe made until the son-in-law came aboard. So I've honestly owned hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of Peavey instruments. Okay, one of the new ones, which is not a Peavey design, are the carbon graphite or composite made, you know, acoustic electrics here. So again, sorry for shooting pictures on a TV, but that's what I'm doing. But when you see those are phenomenal. Again, they were not a Peavey design. They just bought them up. So it's just a Peavey acquisition, but they are phenomenal, and they will cost you through the nose. Peavey guitars are starting to go up again. I'm going to give myself credit because I think I definitely am the person who did this one too and forced the prices of these finally to go up on nationwide level anyway, in the US, on eBay and other places. But Peavey guitars needed to go up. They're just USA made guitars that were made stupidly well and are much better than anything, for the most part, that you're going to find these days, and especially for the price point. Holy God. Okay, so here you go. In '78, Again, the Ash T60s and the T40 bass, which is identical to this, only with 4 strings. Imagine that. There was never any kind of T40 with 5 strings. They didn't exist back then. But the way these are wired, and this will explain a lot of these coming up, the whole entire T series. Just remember this, and this will be probably news for most of you people that have owned them for 30 years and you didn't know they were this way. On all Peavey T series guitars that have what looks like a humbucker in them, like these do. Okay, what it is, okay, it's got 2 switches, so you've got a 3-way switch, and then the other one is just in and out of phase thing. Okay, that's all that is. But the tone knobs, that's what's going on. Everybody's like, well, I don't want a guitar with humbuckers, and everybody was probably thinking, I doubt you were thinking it, but if you were me and you eat, sleep, bleed guitars every second of your waking and sleeping life, then you know these things. The circuitry in these things is phenomenal. It's in the tone knobs. Okay, so those are actually the countryest sounding guitars around. That's going to sound like a Telly with everything on 10. It's because those are single coils right now. If everything's on 10, okay, those are 2 single coil pickups and they sound great and they are quiet. Again, it's in the tone knobs. So get this again, so if your guitar sounds bright, you own a T60 and you're like, God, how come it sounds so bright? It just don't have that warmth and everything of a Les Paul or whatever. It's because you're running single coils, and very high quality single coils. Okay, so the way it works is your tone knobs, when they are on 10 on each tone knob, that is in single coil. So from 10 all the way down to like 7.5, that is the tone rolling off of the single coils. As soon as the tone knob reaches 7, that pickup turns into a humbucker, kicks in the other coil, and then you have tone control again over the humbucker from 7 down to 0. Why they didn't put it at 5, who knows, but there's no indentation there of any kind to let you know that that's what's going on. There's just, if you buy it used, you don't know, but if you look at them new, which you can never hardly find, but you can find pictures here, and you can see the original plastic on there that shows the guide, or just simply download the PDF of the owner's manual, and you will see how it does. It's very cool, but nobody would ever know that that was all coil splitting and that you actually had tone control over the single coil, and that's what was going on. So major tone machines, you could run single coil one place, humbucker the other, have the tone back a little on one single coil and the tone wide open on the humbucker, or any combination. Just phenomenal. And again, as high as quality instrument as you are ever going to find in your life. And that is pretty much true for everything back then. Things did change, and I will go through them with you. They changed like this. Okay, what we have here are later things. That's the AT200 auto tune. Yeah, it has that in there, which works. But if you ever find these AT200 guitars, again, these are newer. They will, I say about 50% of them work. The rest of them are on eBay as B stock or seconds because something has failed on them. And I mean, the auto tune works great. I mean, it's better than having the whole God, just to put it this way, your spaghetti frets, your tempered fret system, if anybody knows what it is. It's just phenomenal. You can't imagine, your strings can be tuned to anything. It doesn't matter physically what your strings are tuned to, and it will do all the other tunings possible and never be out of tune, ever, ever, ever. It knows to flat your thirds and every chord a little bit to make them actually play in tune all the way up and down the entire neck. It is phenomenal. It really is. It's not made well, but it's you know, the auto tune in it and the electronics are great, but then again, like I said, the quality control behind these things suck balls. Okay, so you could buy a whole bunch of these. They normally sell for $500, but I even had a couple come in, and I can't keep one because they've all been bad that come in to me. So I've had to return every one. I had one last week come in too, like my 5th one now, and they're all bad eggs. So know that about the new stuff. Just pass it up unless I tell you otherwise. And yes, you can trust me. Great sunburst finish. Here we'll find others on the T60s. Here's the Van Halen stuff. Of course, a strange thing. We got the Wolfgang stuff and then the actual. Check out that puppy. Of course, these are going to be of the highest quality. You've got a great place for your truss rod there, just at the end of the fretboard. The little wheel that we're all used to on some things. You get a couple axes that did turn out great. Of course, that's the same old thing. We're going to see tons of these. A couple P90s there. Again, I will show you what to stay away from. There's the Destiny right there with the Kramer headstock looking thing. So the banana headstock. These here are new. Stay away from them. That's a Peavey. Now the Peavey Generation series, which the one on the left, the kind of telly looking thing, that's a new one. That's an import, and it's a piece of crap. Usually imports are fairly cool, but Peaveys don't work. They're made like really, really badly. Again, some are great, but they're made here in the USA. Again, like the EVH stuff. But the Generation series there you see with the 3 pickup telly there, horrible. The old ones, the S1, the S2, and the S3, we'll see them in a second, are made of quality where you should pay $2,000 for them. They really are. And the S3 is chambered, very nice, very lit, very, very light, and it just sounds like a dream. Okay, we'll go through all these, and we'll just have some fun, but you really owe it to yourself. Anybody who has thought Peavey sucks, they do now, yeah. A lot of things. It's the people there, and then the son-in-law has screwed so many things up that you really shouldn't buy a lot of the new stuff. There's the SS3 Les Paul things. I haven't been getting much good feedback from people out there that have been using these, that have been breaking them and then saying, hey, they're built like shit on the inside. So that's from another horse's mouth, not from my mouth. Okay, that's fine. Yes, they make acoustics and acoustic electrics. Some were cool. If you ever find the first Peavey acoustic electric, which was almost a solid body, it actually had a whammy on it. Yeah, acoustic with a whammy bar, and it worked. They're hard to find, but they're worth getting. These acoustics actually aren't bad. Okay, these I have. They are actually very cool. Again, they're still using the same circuitry. That's basically a lap steel for the most part. You can watch many of my reviews. That's the Peavey Power Slide. It can be played as flat like a dobro and so forth, or standing up as a slide. But it's built for comfort. It's built to play like a lap steel. So as it would be laying down like a table type of thing. But with their 3-way strap, that cool part at the top, that fits right in your belly. Everybody's like, it's so 80s looking. It's like nobody sees it from the front. It's built to fit your fat gut. How many young guys out there actually play lap steel? There you go. It's for us old guys that have big fat bellies, or later on in our life we lost a finger or whatever. We still want to play an instrument. You learn to play. If you have to play, man, if the bug's in you, you're with it. So that humbucker is the same deal. The tone control, wide open, single coil, nice and twangy. They've started with some other versions of this now. I've got 4 or 5 of these now, where they've added another pickup so you can do more stuff with them. Other people have done that on their own. But again, single coil, wide open on the tone, and back it down to 7 goes to humbucker for your blue shredding things. So many strap buttons that you it's just a cool ass instrument, so go ahead and get that. Don't pay more than $199.95, delivered brand spanking new. I've bought used ones too, just when it's so stupidly priced you gotta get them. Okay, skip that, skip that. There's the Vortex. It's actually good if you want a Rhodes looking thing, so they made that well. The black one, it'll come up again. Here's the Peavey 15 super ferrite pickups. Very sought after pickups. You could get probably more for the pickups than you could for the whole guitar. Okay, they're taking after, they did kind of a Silvertone thing here where they included a little amplifier in the case. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Sears did that way back when Dan Electro was making Silvertone guitars for Sears. That's where all those Silvertones came from, and some of them had amplifiers built into the cases. So Peavey back in this time, that would be about 1980 to 1983, with the Peavey T15. It's a smaller guitar, about a 3/4 size, and it's got super ferrite pickups, which are amazing. You can get a lot of money for those pickups. They appeared on a few models. I'll show them to you. But amazing sounding pickups. They are quite P90-ish, but even cooler. You have to hear them to believe them. Okay, again, the Vortex right there. Make sure they still make a Rhodes looking thing today, which is not good, but the old Vortex, that is good. That piece of junk is no good. That's the Peavey Horizon 2. That is very nice. Okay, so that's a keeper. Again, you have multiple switches there, and you can split both those pickups. You've got your 24 frets, you've got 2 pickups that can split, and you have tone controls from the splits, and blah blah blah. Again, runs like all the others. So you have every combination in the world. So that's a good one, the Horizon 2s, and they did even higher upscale versions, which hopefully we'll see as we go along. If not, I'll type them in, we'll get them. That's as classy as it gets right there. Look at that. Beautiful, 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 but it even gets better if you like cool quilted tops. Okay, now you have your super cheap crap. Some of it was okay, some of it really sucks. I'll tell you what's what. That one sucks. Okay, we're back to the AT200, back to that new piece of thing. AT200, T60, Generation Series new, which sucks, import. That there is a PBT 30. Again, a slightly smaller guitar, 3 singles, and that's what they are. They're super ferrite pickups also, but skinnier, which we will find on a couple more guitars. But if you guys like a smaller guitar, the T15, which I showed you here, which all these were always offered in wood finish ash bodies. I mean, they are flipping amazing. You can't get enough of these. If you can get them for cheap, you used to, up until about 2 years ago when I started doing reviews on these, be able to pick that up for $100 and pick that up for $125. You can't now, but you might be able to at pawn shops. So look at pawn shops, and especially Craigslist. Buy anything Peavey T series. They are then for a good deal, and if all you want to do is flip them all the time, put them on eBay and sell them for $500 each, you can do it no problem now. Okay, it's just the way it is. Everything else we've seen, I'm just going to keep zooming through here like I always do, and show you how to make some money, if not anything else, because there is gold to be had with Peavey. Okay, that's actually not bad, but it's newer. I wouldn't get it. There's more Van Halen stuff. Let's skip to it. Peavey T15 again. That looks like a Raptor, a new one. That there's a Mystic. We'll see it in a little bit. I've got a review on that. Actually a very good guitar, again from back in the 80s, and it is really wild, and it has the same thing with the pickups that you can split that are single coils, and everybody's like, how come I have this really cool heavy metal guitar and you can't see the shape of it yet, but that thing is wild. But again, that's the Mystic, and it's the same thing. Has the It runs exactly like the T60, but you don't have the phase switch. That one has 23 frets. You heard me. So there's going to be the weird shaped ones from back then, that one, and the Razor, which is this. That is actually shaped like the Peavey logo. So if you see the logo on the back, on the bag there, that's what that there is shaped like. That's what that's supposed to be. It's supposed to be the Peavey logo. See that bottom horn sticking out? That's the bottom of the A in Peavey. Okay, so you got the big P thing, you know, how big capital P thing that goes across the whole top. That's what that's supposed to be. So both guitars, that one, the Mystic, that one, the Razor, and we'll have another one in a minute. They all have 23 frets. Okay, and they have the same controls. 3 controls. A master, two volumes, and master, volume, and then the 2 tones to split each pickup. So that's the way it actually runs. Okay, so they're very, very cool. So you can twang on them, or you can go full shred. But the whammy stuff is cheesy at best. It's, you know, like Fender. So they did do some with Kahlers later. So Peavey went the Kahler side until they went with Eddie. So they chose Kahler. Again, there's the Vortex, which is fine and dandy. Don't get these new comic things unless they're just to hang on your wall. Okay, so they went with Marvel, and they're doing a line of shit guitars. That's another import of the Generation series. Don't get those. Okay, here's a nice looking Burst on a Peavey T15. That is an excellent guitar, folks. Again, you've got the output jack right there on the plastic, which is never a good thing, but okay. And with Peavey, they had cool molded cases, and they have this foam inside that is really nice. And then they went to a lot of plush lined shag carpet looking stuff, fuzzy stuff. But the stuff that has the foam inside, it's like styrofoam stuff, but it actually gets really hard and breaks and goes everywhere. It's like those packing peanuts. It gets like that, but crusty. Okay, so don't use the whammies on this thing. They're horrible. But the guitar itself is great. Again, you will get every telly sound you ever wanted out of these weird looking guitars. Okay, here's the keeper right here. The USA made Peavey Predator. Okay, they still make a Predator and all kinds of different things, but don't get them confused. Make sure they say made in USA. Everything that says made in USA, get it. Get it, get it, and resell it, unless you want to keep it. But if you find anything USA that is original, get it. But the Predators, you used to be able to buy these all day long on eBay, again, until about 2 years ago, till I did my reviews. Now you might pay 500 bucks for them, and people will pay. I'd pay you 500 bucks for that one right there. But I even screwed that up. I should have bought a whole bunch of them and just put them then, and then did my review, but I didn't. But that is one of the most amazing guitars in the world. It just honestly is. You could buy that one guitar and play that your whole life. Again, those had different variations back then too. Hopefully we'll see them. I'll just make sure you do. How's that? So the Peavey Predator, amazing. It's just a Strat with a different feeling profile neck than you've ever felt, and it's the way they should have been. The Fender should have been making them. There's the Horizon 2 again. Here's a Patriot, which people keep asking about. Very cool guitar. Again, if you want something that sounds like it has 2 P90s in it, USA Peavey Patriot right there, 23 frets. Just cool. I can't talk these guitars up enough. I will tell you that these are probably the best guitars that you can buy for the money to guitar ratio. When you actually say the phrase, well, you know, the best guitar for the money, that's Peavey USA. From the late 70s, 80s, and the 90s. Anything Peavey USA back then is just phenomenal. At least try it. Don't know what else to tell you, dudes, other than I'm just going to sit here and keep talking them up. Again, all the new stuff, screw it, unless it's something I show you and tell you that's okay. The rest of the stuff, screw it. Here's the ad for the Tracer. This here has a nice whammy, has everything. It did everything in the 80s, everything everybody wanted. Nice and pink. Coil split again, no coil taps. Coil splits, which means turns it into a single coil. A coil tap is something else, even though people are too moronic to know so. Okay, again, Peavey acoustic. Those guys are always great, and they're a couple $1,000s, so be prepared to spend it. Okay, you're not going to find it cheaper. Everybody knows what they are. Okay, that looks great, but it's not great. That's new. That's new. Basically, if you find things with quilt on it and all that stuff, it's new, and it ain't worth a shit. Again, there's that thing, the Peavey Power Slide. Again, $199, and it comes with a shitty slide bar. You have to get your own with it because the one it comes with is crap. But if you're going to play slide, get a bunch of those. They're great. Here's the Hydra double neck. Jeff Cook of Alabama was the one to use that a lot, the band Alabama. Okay, so it's just basically a T25, which we have yet to come into yet, in a double neck, but actually has more of a Horizon body style, which is that. That's the Horizon 2. There's a Horizon 1, of course. But very basic, but they do have more upscale double necks. Okay, when you see things like this, yeah, you might, if it's made in USA, get it. Okay, if it's not, basically don't. That's the way Peavey is. A lot of other companies, you get the made in Korea stuff, you're going to be fine. Now this one I haven't seen yet. Interesting looking 3P90s. Interesting. I'll have to look into that. That one I don't know about. So I haven't seen that one yet. I'm sure it's an import, but I have to find out because I like that. It would look great with black covers on the pickups, but okay, T60 in white. Okay, what you will find out for anybody who cares to try to find out how old your guitar is, if it's a 1978 or a 79 and part of 80, people like to call these toaster pickups, there will not be a bar across the middle where the pole pieces should be, but then in the middle of 80, they put a bar in the middle where the pole pieces should be, so like a rails pickup. Okay, so the very first few years of the basses and the guitars use the same pickups. Yeah, the same pickups, same as Gibson Grabber G3 and the Gibson S1 use the same pickups. Yes, same pickups for the guitar, same pickups for the bass. They did not change pickups. They're the same flipping thing. That's what happened here. Okay, here's the Peavey Rotor, R-O-T-O-R. That's new. Skip it. That's whatever it is. Got pictures of something on it. Skip it. That's going to be a new one. Skip it. Only the Van Halen thing there. Only thing good. That's something fairly new. Skip it. Yeah, Monster Amp. Gold top Van Halen with the D-Tuna. Fine and dandy, of course. Here you see cheapguitars.com, whatever. That's a USA. Peavey Predator. Get it. If you can get anything, a Peavey Predator USA for $200 or less, get it. Okay? You can get more than that. Again, some people will pay you up to $500 for those. No problem if it's perfect. But they are a phenomenal guitar and every bit as good as USA Fenders, and just a very different feeling neck. Okay, so you either will love or hate the neck. So go out and try some. but they changed them throughout the years. So different years will feel different. God knows what the hell that thing is. Looks like a miniature copy. You know how they do those things and sell them for $25. So a replica. That's the Patriot again with the ferrite, super ferrite pickups, which are very in demand. I'd like to have a guitar with about 5 of those in it, which I might do. Again, a lot of these you can actually part out and get some good money again. The pickups are worth a fortune. So get that one. If you like a little dual P90 sound, pick it up. Anything under 200 bucks and it's all original and perfect, pick it up, because you know you can double it. Okay, it's just going that way now. You can definitely double your money on these guitars. I'll give you price points on these T60s. Some of them are going anywhere from $800 to $1,200 now. 2 years ago they were going for $200. Okay, just to let you know where they're going. That's what has happened to them. They needed to. They deserve it. Big time, like crazy. God knows, who cares? That's that rotor again, screw it. That's an import Generation series again. I'm so mad they used the name on it, because the Generation series is about the coolest guitars Peavey has ever made. And I'll make sure you see those later. That's a piece of crap. There's Sir Edward. I'm going to go on up go moving on up. Okay, nothing to be seen there other than Eddie. Okay, we got a chick here, so we'll go look at her. She's got a Van Halen guitar. Kind of looks like a young Jennifer Love Hewitt. Okay, cool flames. Okay, of course that one's going to be nice. Shitty Generation version. T60s, 3 different finishes there. Just superb guitars. You have to get at least one of those. Adrian Vandenberg, that's a Vandenberg guitar. Get those all day long. The prices are through the roof. So if you find those, yes, you can get $800 to $1,200 out of it. Again, 2 years ago, about 300 bucks. The ones that people will know the most are going to be the pink ones, because that's what Adrian used. But here's a Van Halen. Just, I mean, that is sweet. Look at the marked inlays on the neck. Just a nice spalted top. Here's a new, you could tell by the headstock, screw it, no good. Here's a Vandenberg, but they do have new Vandenbergs too, so watch out. Get the old one if it says made in USA. Okay, this here is a controller, a gaming controller, so whatever you want to do with that. Here is the Mystic I was telling you about. There's the shape of it. Again, I have reviews of a lot of these on here. I see a real Generation guitar coming up. Generation 1. Okay, here's a Vandenberg. The pink one will be the cool one. This one here is not cool, even though it looks cool. Okay, some kind of active 5-bolt, nice black, double binding, looks great. Piece of shit though. Okay, Van Halen, get them, get them. Those, get them if you just want to spend a lot of money. Something with a picture on it, pass, because it's going to be a piece of shit. Here is a real Generation guitar. This is the S1 active. They have, I'm looking, somebody has changed the pickups in those. They should both look like EMGs. Okay, so they will be covered if they're original. That will set you back $800 to $1,200 today. If you can find that for $400, get it. Okay, 400 bucks, get it, and you can definitely double your money, but it has to be original. Again, that's why I'm telling you. It comes with, and they will be Peavey logo right where it would say EMG, but they look like EMGs. There's another Patriot with the amazing ferrite pickups. Another Vandenberg. Nothing major. Rotor. Tracer. It's at the bottom of the screen, but look at this. Abalone everywhere. Somebody went to town on that puppy. Shitty Generations thing. Here's a new Vandenberg. Notice how it looks very different than this. That's the good one. That's the shitty one. Okay, believe it or not. So get the USA stuff. Again, pay very close attention on this video. If you want to make some money and you live in a great Midwestern town in Ohio, Indiana, blah, 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 and you have lots of Craigslist stuff, lots of garage sales, and there's Peavey guitars to be had, again, listen to me, you can make a lot of money, or you can find the guitar of your dreams. Here's the Mantis, M-A-N-T-I-S. That's the other strange looking thing that's going to have 23 frets, one pickup. Okay, it's still going to work the same way, just master volume, master tone, output jack mounted to the pick guard. That will break, shitty Fender style whammy, but yeah, it does do the single coil and the humbucker thing again via the tone control. Couple things getting ready to come up. There's a Peavey T series. That's the Peavey T25 Special. Okay, there's a Peavey T25, T26, and T27. There's going to be a T25, T25 Special, which is that, T26, then the T27, and the T27 Limited. Yes, I know my shit. When it comes to Peaveys, I know it inside out. Okay, other great Van Halen stuff, of course you don't have to worry about it. Spend the money, keep the guitar, have a great guitar forever. Don't worry about trying to make money on those unless you just find a superior deal. Again, Vandenberg looks great. Again, just see if it's made in USA or see if it's made somewhere else. Okay, again, the composite thing. Jack Daniels series, they make Jack Daniels acoustics, they make Jack Daniels everything. To remind you guys again, Gibson, USA, Nashville, when they have things that are worse than factory seconds, Les Pauls, don't matter, any guitar, they chop them up, put them in a chopper, and they send all the little pieces of wood over to the Jack Daniels factory, and that's what they use to stoke the fires to distill the Jack Daniels. Fact. Okay, I don't know what this next guitar is, but I dig it already. That's just beautiful to me. I don't know what it is. I'll have to find out. But okay, here's a this is every Peavey T series headstock. Notice the string tree or string T. It's actually called a tree. It's very distinctive, very heavy. Sometimes those string trees will cost you 15 to 20 bucks each on eBay, just for that. They're heavy. Everything about the T series is heavy. That's the Peavey T30, of course. A lot of times on the back of the headstocks, don't think anything wrong because the neck plate, when it's bolt on, which all of them are, every single Peavey T series guitar is a bolt on. Which is a great thing, as some of us know. Yeah, that's the string tree you want, and again, those cost a fortune, and they're amazing. They're worth it. That it feels like a real guitar. I can't say enough about the T series. Period. It's legendary, and it should be. You should have one of every one of them. Again, the same ones we've seen. That's the Horizon 2 again. That's a piece of shit. Peavey amplification. Get the ones that are... Get the old ones. The Peavey Solo series. Get those. Like the Bandit, the Renown, the Stereo Chorus things. Of course, there's the old vintage stuff that... Leonard Skinner used. So there's the Mace, the Pacer, all the old Peavey tube stuff. You got the 5150. When you get to stuff like the Windsor and all that, those are not good amps. They're just cheap. That's like the amp on the right hand side there. You could probably buy that entire stack used for about 500 bucks. So I know there's like 3 or 4 in Vegas right now. That's near where I'm at, where you can get them for that price on Craigslist. Just nothing special. But some of the old stuff, amazing. Musician, like Ibanez Musician, if you got the Musician series amplifier heads, those were actually solid state, but some of the cleanest stuff you'll ever get. And again, Peavey still makes, probably one of the only few people that actually still make a great pedal steel guitar amplifier. Not many people still make pedal steel amps, but they did many. The 400s and the Session 500s, the Vegas 400s, so many pedal steel amps. Everybody at the Opry had them. Okay, there's another Predator. Again, looks just like a Strat. There will be other things coming up here in a second. Okay, that's new and shitty. That one we've seen. Okay, this one. Okay, that is going to be... Okay, you're going to be fine there. That's the, what the hell? The Reactor. Okay, if you see a Peavey Reactor, that's their old USA Tele. You can get about 400 out of the Peavey Reactor these days. So again, 200 bucks max if you're going to go buy one. Not as good a quality as the Predator though, for some weird reason. It's basically the toggle switch is all it is. They just threw a really cheap toggle switch in there and they all went bad. So here's actually a Peavey Generation Series 1 with the correct pickup covers on them. Again, where it says EMG, it says Peavey on there, so look for it. That's one in pristine condition. God, I forgot to even talk about the one, and that's me. Again, back up here, sorry, I'm backtracking. T25 Special. The one with the maple fingerboard is the Peavey T25. Special, ebony. Okay, later on we're going to have the T26 maple fingerboard, T27 maple fingerboard, T27 limited rosewood fingerboard. So the only thing between special and limited and just the regular ones are going to be what the fingerboards are. All T26s all have maple. Here's the rundown in case I forget later. Peavey T25 is exactly the same as a Peavey T60. Okay, which is the first ones I showed you, except for it's lighter. And the pickups are slightly different, but the controls are basically the same. There's 3 knobs instead of 4, but other than that, there's an in and out of phase. There's a 3-way switch. You can do both pickups, coil splitting, and you have all that junk. 23 frets again. I had every one of these in multiples of every T-Series guitar and tons of them. So the T25, 2 pickups that split. The T26 has 3 single coils only. Nothing splits, nothing is coil tapped. You could coil tap, you can coil tap anything, but nobody's going to take the time to coil tap a humbucker. It's just not going to happen. It has, but it's stupid. But it's not going to be a production thing. Okay, so the Peavey T26, love it. It's just a 3 single coil version of a T60. And then the T27 is exactly like the T26, except for it has a splittable humbucker in the bridge position. So that's the difference. Okay, so we'll see them coming up. And of course, okay, let me get back on track. Okay, we were on the Reactor. Just, if you're going to keep it, change the toggle switch, because it's just crap in there. But otherwise, it's a $400 guitar, and again, double your money at least and get. Okay, here's another Generation Series 1. Okay. PVT 15. That's a great looking. That's a different looking Predator. That's new. I don't know. That's off SeymourDuncan.com. Some of these are from the USA. Look where the sorry, my brain is just slow just because Yes, I'm a stroke victim. I'm sorry to keep whining about it, but that's just what I live with. The truss rod, sorry, is located right there. Makes it nice and easy to wheel again. So some of these are still USA and very nice. I would gather that's probably one, but don't quote me. Here's a T40 base. Amazing. If you get one base and live with it for your whole life, it can be this, but it's going to break your back. It's going to be 15 pounds. I guarantee it. Or more. Okay? And that's in the 70s or early 1980 because there are no blades in there. You see the toaster pickups. There's no blades on the black parts. So that's the early one. Here's a new piece of crap. There's the three we saw before. That's a USA headstock right there. I can't read what it is. Maybe you can. This is something else with a piece of paper under there, you know, with a that they just you know how they do these graphics. Those aren't painted on. You know, it's just like Dean does all the dime bag stuff or whatever. And there's no paint on there. That's cheap import shit. As is that. As is that. As is that. Okay, there you go. These are in tons of. That's the ouch. The my poor head. That's the Peavey Mantis again. Both of them splittable. That's the hardtail. Okay. Let me get that up just a little bit. There's a Peavey Raptor International Series, which aren't bad, but these are not American, of course. But these are back when, these are in the 90s, and they're not bad at all. So if you want to get something for the kid, and it will last, get the International Series. You will have the Raptor. Okay, so pay $100 for it. It's worth, it's like buying a $300 guitar, but you're not going to get more than that out of it. But it's a great import guitar. It's the first guitars they did as an import. Those are actually pretty good. I've had a lot of those. So the International Series. Okay, you got a different style headstock. All the guitars so far, every guitar, the bass, everything, have all had 6 on a side tuners. Everything. Every single Peavey guitar, every one of them that is good has 6 on a side. There you get 3 and 3. So it wasn't until much later that things started going shitty when they started putting 3 and 3 on a side. You'll know not to get it. Look, 3 and 3, don't get it. That's a Jack Daniels one. 3 and 3, don't get it. Game controllers. There's a Peavey. Yeah, of course it's a Peavey. That's the Mantis. That's the. Oh my poor body. Mystic. I'm sorry. That's the Mystic. That's the Mantis. So the. And the Mantis has one pickup. Mystic, very cool guitar, I think, has 2. Okay, keep on rolling. And again, just excuse my brain. It's just part of my life. Okay. Now we're getting into some stuff that, okay, pure bullshit. 3 and 3, pass it. Hey, Vandenberg, 6 on a side. Check it out, see if it's made in the USA or not. All I can tell you. Okay, here's a. Peavey did some weird things. This here is going to be one of their Falcons. Okay, and they made a buttload of different type of Falcons. The Falcons are the upgraded versions of the Predators. They're just a fancier guitar, and they get really fancy. Okay, so you can start getting some double locking trims, and they are fabulous guitars in every respect. Again, 6 on a side, and so all the Falcons, check them out. They did all the quilt topping. They did all kinds of cool stuff. The Falcon is the ultimate in Strat guitars. Okay? So don't settle for just a Predator unless you want a standard USA type of Strat for no money. It's just amazing. But again, like I said, they're going up. So there's a Predator over there. I just skipped these 2 pieces of import ship. Again, there's an International Series Raptor. Get that for the kids or for yourself. It's not going to break. It's a good guitar. Okay, International Series Peavey Raptor. Okay, junk, 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 junk. Van Halen thing, fine, of course. Here's a couple P90 of the things in a 3 and 3 on a side, so it's up to you. There's the one with the extra thing, the AT auto tune with the MIDI jack. They're configurable. You can buy them with the MIDI jack or without it. Again, they're just so iffy if they're even going to work. That looks like a Milestone or a Fury bass. Now Peavey basses, anything USA, Peavey basses, they have some solid stuff, and some are just amazing and will cost you a fortune, and others are super amazing and will cost you nothing, and you bass players should get them because they are going to last you a lifetime and be amazing. That's the Vandenberg everybody will remember and love forever. If you're going to get a Vandenberg, get the real one, get the pink one. Go balls all out, man. Get that son of a bitch. It's great. There's the Patriot again. There's the composite thing again. Van Hagar. Piece of shit right there. See what else we got. And bass players, you guys really are missing out if you don't own a Peavey bass. Really are. Again, you need to see the shit just as much as the good stuff. Shit. International Series Raptor. Shit. Yeah, they got the little mandolins too. I mean ukuleles. That here, if you see the old amps like this, that's going to be a solo series. That could be a Renown. That could be whatever. But if they have the Scorpion speakers, and even with the Sheffield thing, you know, the trans tube stuff is kind of strange. But these were the good old amps. So if you see them that look like that, grab them. At least try it. Just, you know, I'm not saying grab it, take it home. I'm saying grab it, try it, see what you think. Okay? If you need good, clean power and something that takes pedals really well and is dependable as shit, because that thing there is 25 years old and I'm guarantee it works exactly like it did the day it was bought. Amazing stuff. Just superb. Then you get into the tube things and whatever. If you like tube amps, you know, good for you. Okay, 6 on a side. That's an old package. That's actually another International Series Raptor from back in the day. So again, fine and dandy. Again, the headstocks are a dead giveaway. 6 on a side. Okay, T15, three-quarter size guitar. Again, it's all about those pickups, super ferrite pickups. Junk. There's their Les Paul SSC something. T60 again with the toaster pickups, the old one. Again, no bar in the middle of the pickups. I'll find one that does. Little amps like that, screw them. I know people take these around, use it for little PAs and stuff. You know, the morons at the fairs. Quit it. Get a real PA. That's going to be one of them modeling things. Everybody's like, well, Scott, you should be into that since you're so into Peavey and you're so into modeling. Sorry, they aren't anywhere near what my Johnson things are. Look at that. That's a T60. That is, imagine the T40, the bass. That shows you that is solid ash, man. And again, it will kill your back, but if you're a man, get one. You will shit a brick. But look at that. Look at the neck. It is so thin, but so strong, and it plays amazing. Even if you have it set up, it plays amazing. I guarantee it. Okay, 6 on a side that ain't worth a shit. Okay, so exception to the rule there. There's 3 and 3, and then 6 on a side. Yes, KFC. So these are dartboard room hang-ups, and make sure you use steel tip darts. Peavey acoustic. There was some stuff that wasn't bad. And again, the solid body one with the whammy bar, it was semi-hollow, but it had a whammy. There's a Peavey T25 again, not the special. Okay, so again, 2 splittable humbuckers. Great guitars. The T25, T26, T27 will have a big pick guard that covers half the body. That's the difference between, well, not much of a difference between it and anything, because the T40s pick guard covers half the body, but on these guitars and basses, the T60 and T40, you got about 30 screws in that pick guard. Okay, piece of crap. Another T25, regular. There's a piece of crap. Let me go on down. I'll let you check out. Oh, here's another one that I have to let you know about, just because I'm your friend and I'm here to let you know. There's what the composite things look like. But look at this, the Peavey knobs. Some people will pay you $25, $30, $35, $40 each for a Peavey knob like that. Those are metal. Those add to the weight of those T60s, okay, and the T40s. Those are serious knobs, and people will pay through the flipping nose. Okay, here we go. International series. Here's a Peavey bass of some sort. That looks like it. I'm not gonna say for sure. It looks like maybe a Peavey Fury. I know it's not a Foundation, but a Foundation is one of their great basses. A Dyna bass. Those are great. The Sirius, C-I-R-I-U-S bass. And then there's one called the MIDI bass, which is always $1,000 that you have to get the, it's a MIDI bass, and it plugs into the mini bass controllers they made, and it's all done MIDI with all the sounds, so you can have the, let me get it off there, you can have the Seinfeld sound for all the time, and you don't even have to be in tune. Everything will be in tune for you, blah blah blah. You can knock your keys off and it'll still be in tune because it's all MIDI, but it sounds great. Okay, I don't know what that is. I have to check it out, but it's new, so if it's made in USA, I may check it out. But God, it's hard to even think about Peavey anymore on the new stuff because of the dumbass son-in-law. Okay, I hope he sees this and comes after me, because I'll blow him away. I wish I could. That guitar looks great. I'm sure it's a Predator. Hope it's new. I'd like to try it out. That's going to be a great bass. There's going to be a TL series. Check those out. The Rudy Sarzo Peaveys. Get those. Holy crap. They are amazing. We'll hopefully see them. I'll make sure you see them. There's the Vandenberg, back when he had his hair and was in a band called Vandenberg. Okay, so yeah, like I said, get the pink one, get the real one. More Rotor, which is that. Screw them. These aren't actually bad. These are the import basses, Millennium. They're actually not bad at all. And if you can get those like I did, I got a 5-string blue, fake quilt blue top for $98. I gave it to our last bass player, and he didn't say thanks or anything, but anyway, they're actually not bad at all. I can't complain about those. I wouldn't, because I have to tell you the truth. That looks like a Milestone. Not bad. That's going to be a Predator USA. Another Peavey smaller acoustic. I imagine it's fine. Again, the knobs that are worth a fortune. Again, if you part these guitars out, they're worth a fortune. Looks like a Peavey Predator headstock. That's the typical headstock. You'll see some more fancy versions. That's some piece of bullshit that's new. I'm going to keep going, and you're going to keep listening or not. Okay, let's see. Again, the Millennium basses. Man, for all you beginners or pros, even those for $269, brand new, 4-string or 5-string. That's what they go for. They really are nice axes, really are. Here's part of the Jack Daniels series, acoustics. Interesting. I've never got to play one, but it does look interesting at least. It's probably only as good as the, just like Esteban, Keith Urban came out with his new stuff, and he's doing just like Esteban did, pushing them on a 3:30 in the morning infomercials. I'm sure they're probably only that good, but interesting. Back in the 90s, single pickup. I honestly don't remember what that was called. It may be another Tracer. I honestly don't know. That is not Peavey. That is, but it's a piece of crap, of course. Here's the Peavey Falcon headstock. You're starting to get a line on the headstock like the PVT-60 and the PVT-40. With some of the others, you won't have the lines like on the Predator. You won't have the line that kind of, it's not binding, but it's just that line that goes around. You're talking, you know you're getting better when you start seeing the line on the headstock. That's just a hint, okay? But for some reason, I'll hold this off for a second. Somebody changed out the string trees. There's a button over there and something out of a box of Cheerios over there. Okay, another Jack Daniels. That's what it says on there. It's just upside down. Junk, junk, junk. There's that. I've got that in every color, which is just red, white, or black. That again, shitty amp. Another Vandenberg Puzzle Pieces, USA, good one. There's another USA Predator, great one. There's a Vandenberg, looks like USA with a nice Floyd. That looks like a sweet guitar, man. Again, just look, it's going to be that simple for you. Look for Peavey USA. Not like this. That's going to be shitty. Matching strap. Ooh. Check the basses, kids. There aren't many people that are going to make a better bass than Peavey, period. No, not even Ibanez. I know some people out there, even Ibanez, I know. Even Warwick, I'm not even talking the rock basses, I'm talking the stuff from Germany. These cheap-ass, not cheap-ass, but yeah, cheap-ass price Peaveys are every bit as good as a German-made Warwick. Yes, I said it. USA Predator again, as good as any USA Strat ever, except for the Strat Pluses with the Melee sensors. Okay, there's that. It's new. Whatever you want to do with it. T15 again. Do it. Piece of shit. Here we have a Vandenberg collection. All USA, I'm sure. Okay, but all proper. Headstocks going different ways, blah blah blah. Yes, these are serious guitars, kids. Go get them. Here's USA. Okay. So we're looking at different versions of Falcon guitars coming up. And there is one I have to check on because I want to know when it's going to be. That one. I know that's going to be a Predator, and I hope it's USA. I'd love to try it. More import generation stuff. I can't remember which bass that is. It's that might be a Fury. But try all the Peavey basses. They are worth it. Just try them. Vandenberg, every shot, whatever. That one's called a grind bass, G-R-I-N-D. They are cheaper, but you can get that for $300 all day long. Cool ass bass, man. Try it. There's another one. Try it. Where is it? There it is. Look at that. Looks are not deceiving here. That is one of the imports, the grind bass. Try it. That's gonna kick as much ass as any $2,000 Ibanez bass that is all nice and woody looking like that. Here's a T-series with the bolt-on neck, as they all are. I just know that body shape and that neck, everything about it right away. More Millennium basses, but that's the grind at the bottom, that's a Millennium at the top. All the grinds are like that. They're natural, but tons of different woods thrown together. Predator Plus, whatever, that's import. Skip these. These are the Peavey Rock something, Rockmaster is what it is. Not Rat Bastard, but Rockmaster. Okay, anything getting cooler? Sure. Yeah, that's an actual stock Peavey EVH. Great looking Vandenbergs, man. How can you deny it? If that's your thing, I mean, look. That kicks ass. Great. Junk. More part of the Jack Daniels thing. Okay, here's something interesting. One of the Peavey bases is its PVT-20. Has one super ferrite pickup with a built-in thumb rest at the top of the pickup. Yes, the pickup mounting ring that surrounds the super ferrite pickup, slanted as a fender would, but in a proper place, which is in the P bass location. Just master volume, master tone, that's all you get, that's all you need. They sound great, play great, are great. Again, for those of you who like to have a thumb rest, it's built into that pickup surround mounting ring there, and it's thicker right there, and it's built for your thumb. That's why it's there. So if you like that, get it. It is what it is, and it's a workhorse. Again, solid ash, and again, will last you a lifetime. You've got a whole tree there. It's beautiful. This is the Mystic in white. That's me. I've got my review on that one on here. The white is classy as all shit. 23 frets again, and both pickups splittable, one at a time, or anything good on here? No. Iron, more junk. Another rotor. Yeah. Newer Peavey bass import. Whatever. Get it for the kid, but you can pick that up any day of the week, especially Craigslist for $75. Okay, here we're back to USA. There's the Horizon 1. Okay, that leaves out the middle single coil. So there's your Horizon 1. There's another USA of some sort that I'm not that familiar with for some reason. It looks like it's a offshoot of EVH after he left, and they kept the body shape, same as Music Man did with the Axis. They still kept the Eddie Van Halen guitar, but they just changed the name. I think that's what happened right here after Eddie left and went to Fender and got his own name on there, and it don't say Fender anywhere, but that's who makes it. That's what we have here is the leftovers from the Eddie Van Halen thing, and they called it whatever they decided to call it. There's a USA Predator. Somebody just painted it, is all. There's another whatever. Okay, keep staying with me. This is how the whole video goes, kids. And I'm going to do everything about Peavey. Nothing else on this. Let's see. There's a good USA. Nice copper color. There's a Dynabass. Get that. Get a foundation and a Dynabass. Good old USA stuff. Great basses. Great basses. Trans tube. Van Hagar again. Hit and miss with their amps. Again, the old solo series though with the Scorpions. Yeah, but there are some, I don't know what is there, the Butcher Head. Some of the serious metal stuff, but they have quit doing the things for us country guys. That has gone away. So everything they're focusing on now, these days, has nothing to do with us. Okay, there's some goofy crap. This is not Peavey here. That is, but it's another Vandenberg. Here's these guys, Hartley, and then Dipshit's own creations of their T60s. Somebody with their Jack Daniels bass. No, it's actually an acoustic. Great big Jack Daniels logo across the entire front of it. Yes, you too can have one. There's Vandenberg rehashed. There's one with the puzzle pieces. Yes, it's custom. You can get it. It's old. You can get it. Gold top Van Halen. New stuff. Again, hearsay, but I've been told that not very good. The SS or S something 3. Let's see what's cool. Okay, I'm going to skip that since we've seen it. Here you go. Every color you want. Aren't they pretty? Okay. Peavey bass. This is a new Peavey bass. I don't know jack shit about it, but it's got 2 humbuckers. Looks like lots of active controls. I don't know about those at all. These I don't know about. They're new. But this I do. The Peavey T26. There you go. 3 single coils. Again, just phenomenal. Great. Superb 5-way switch. It's just a Strat with that great big body. Solid ash, man. Just solid. Phenomenal. Okay. Maple neck, maple fingerboard is the only way you can get it. Again, the Peavey T25 with the 2 humbuckers. You can get it with the ebony fingerboard, and that's the T25 special. The T27 coming up later will be just like this, but with a humbucker pickup in the bridge, and you can split it. Otherwise, it's identical to this. And then if you want the T27 Limited, it will have a rosewood fingerboard. Okay, there's the new crap, new crap. Okay, there's USA stuff. The blue. Peavey was the one, I think, to invent this sparkly blue thing that everybody hates on some of the PRS SE guitars. But again, Peavey T20s. Okay, super ferrite pickups, which are great again. And the knob's worth at least $60 for the pair of the knobs alone. Okay, little solo series, crappy amp, whatever. No. That's probably the Windsor, to skip right over that. No, and no. $39.99. No. Okay. Let's see what else. Those we've done. Hey, pretty. Okay, beautiful. Where? Right there. Okay, there you have. You can see it. You're in the middle of 1980 or beyond. You have the actual pole or the rails in the middle of the toaster pickups. Okay, so that's groovy. And again, the main thing you want to keep in mind for easy, cheap guitars that you can still get out there. Bam, USA Predator. We have lots more cool stuff to happen. It's just a matter of if it'll show up on this search, or if I have to force the search and look up certain guitars, which I definitely will, because you need to see them. There's the Dynabass headstock right there. You gotta get it. There's the Predator headstock. No line around it until you get to the fancier stuff. But again, every bit as good as a USA Strat, period. I'm going to start scrolling now till I find something different. Save you and me some time, even though this is going to be extremely long, because I want to find all the really important stuff beyond this. Foundation. You got the line, Peavey foundation bass. We'll find it, the actual bass, in a second. But for now, you get that. I'm going to make sure you get the Peavey experience, because I know Peavey, especially that era. Okay. I think this is cool. I'm sorry. Look at that. Yes, that's a Peavey T60. Somebody just carved it out. Will that sound any different? Not plugged in, but electrically, acoustically, I mean, it'll sound different, of course, but plugged in, it will sound no different than it did. Everybody yelling bullshit? You guys are dumb motherfuckers. Anyway, so there you go. That's an old one. That's, one of the first 2 years they made them. Peavey T60 right there, just hollowed out. I want to do that to a couple guitars. I just think that is an awesome look. So the Gibson Holy V I didn't like, but the Explorer I did. They just didn't do enough carving out of the V. Plus they made it with just one pickup, which really sucked. But anyway, that I think is cool as it gets. Love it. Okay, again, the International Raptor. It's a good guitar, not a great guitar. Good guitar. That's not the that might be a Vortex also. It is. As is that, but yeah, just another version. International Series. Again, here's a Renown. I use this amp forever. blow your head off power, clean all the way up to 10, build in, you know, reverb is about it. But if you want a good clean amp that takes pedals like nobody's business, grab a Renown at your local Craigslist thing for 50, 100 bucks, or a Peavey Bandit, or a Peavey Special, okay, or a Bandit 112, or a the specials, or a Special 130. Is it really 130 watts, and it will knock your ass off, of course, like it should. That thing will kill you, the Renown. Just, God, what a great amp. I love it, love it, love it. Anything else worth looking at? The bass, that's going to be, that's a good USA one right there, and you've got 3 bands of active EQ. God, that looks like, that's a Dynabass. So there's a Peavey Dynabass, Bad Shot. That's the same bass over here. Okay, there's a Grind, and the Vortex, and the Jack Daniels headstock if you want to see it. Okay, here you go. If you guys want these things for your kids, you know, just know that Peavey has tons of guitars with graphics, and they're good graphics, but then again, like everything else, the graphics are on paper, they're glued to the wood, and then they just, you know, put a coat of clear on there and spray paint, you know, some black edges there, and you're good to go. These are not painted guitars. None of the ones you get are painted anymore. They are just a picture thrown on there, and that's what you get. That's why they look so good. But if you want to have a fun looking guitar, there you go. You can make them nice, just like anything. You can change it out to make it look good or play well. You can make any guitar pretty much a nice guitar. Okay, let's find something groovy. And I barely did. There's things out there to get. There's a Peavey T25 again with the maple. Here's another bass of sorts. The pedals. Peavey has made everything. Keyboards, of course, all their sound stuff has been very, very, very nice. That used to be the standard of the industry. All the Peavey sound gear was phenomenal at one point. This is like their second or third attempt at pedals, and tons of rack mount stuff, tons of keyboards. I mean, everything that has ever been made, Peavey has made it, and it was all USA stuff. And again, the Radial, R-A-D-I-A-L, Pro drum kits, best acoustic kits in the world, bar none. Anybody out there bitching and yelling, blow me. Because they are just honestly the best designed acoustic drums out there. There's a nice bass for you. Am I opinionated? I guess, but I'm right. Okay, USA again, right there. Look for it, watch for it. Great stuff. Purple. That is beautiful. I love it. Love it, love it. There's a close-up of a nice active Peavey. There's that nice black Predator again. That is just your classic Strat. Go get one. Okay, T30. We still have yet to see a T27, which has always been my favorite, personal favorite of all the T series. There's that foam inside there. You can barely see it. The molded injected case with foam in there, but that stuff dries up and evaporates into this mess that, again, is like peanuts that you get, you know, packing peanuts. Okay, interesting stuff to show you. Sure. Okay. Again, T20. I'm sorry, T60. Okay, the shitty. My brain, poor thing, is just having troubles today. Generation series piece of crap. Not USA. Don't even know what that is. Can't see. It looks like maybe some rack mount processing stuff. There's a Peavey Predator. Somebody changed it to some. It might be a DiMarzio. I was gonna say some shitty Seymour Duncan. Peavey Classic tube amp. Great sounding tube amp right there, kids. 70s. Lots of these on the stage of Skinnerd. You want to sound like Skinnerd? There you go. That's what they used. That Classic and the Mace and the Pacer. Those are the names to look for. Okay, not that. PVT25. Don't know what that thing is. Nice bass. T60 there. Crap. Nice T25 headstock. Another Hydra double neck. Let's see, anything else there? The back of a EVH. Okay, I'm almost at the bottom of this, and then I have to get things out. Oh, there's one bass. Okay, here's the MIDI bass right there, and it's got a top. On the top there's a place where you look through, but that's the one you plug in through all their different synth rack mount modules and plug right into them via the MIDI cable. You can use the foot switches, which is a big MIDI looking multi-foot switch, and pick any patch you want and sound amazing. Again, you can do the whole Roland Seinfeld sound, which everybody was bummed out about, all you bass players, when you found that was just a Roland keyboard for the whole whole series. Okay, this is back in the day. This is one of them I want to show you. That is a Falcon in another version. Great USA early Falcon. Okay, so we need to look up some Falcons. There's the T200, or the AT200 Auto Tune. Antares Auto Tune, yes, same thing that the rappers are using, and Cher and everybody else, and Faith Hill, and some more great basses. These are the cheaper ones, which are still USA and still great. We're almost at the bottom of this, and then I will bring up everything that we've missed as a special thing. For you guys wanting, there's the electric version. If you just have to have one and want to make it better, go get it. I mean, they got tons of Jack Daniels stuff. Tons. Okay? And again, graphics, man, they are not short. If you want... Again, they are just what they are, but they are graphic heavy. Okay? So graphics. Hey, Ed Roman. Look at that big V. Mercy. And more EVH. Okay, I'm going to have to do specialized searches. Okay, which is great. I'm ready for it. If you guys are there, I'm there. Because I have to show you this. I'm going to go to the Peavey generation first. I'll get them one at a time if I have to, because I have to show you these, because these are the greatest guitars around that I'm getting ready to start pulling up. Let's see, search, and I've got so many things uploading still that the searches are going to be a little long, as you can tell. I'm uploading part 3 of this right now, and this is part 5. Okay, the crap one, USA. There's the Peavey Generation 1. Okay, so that's the S1 active. Okay, they're all here. Good. You'll probably see me on here too, because these are phenomenal. All you tele players, get these. Okay, humbucker, splittable via a little toggle switch. Phenomenal. Okay, very phenomenal. Another S1 over there. Okay, crappy. S1 right there. Here's an S2 for you typical tele players. Okay, you got one in the bridge, both single coils. Nothing different other than you have a carved top like a Les Paul thing, but yeah, you're still bolt on. Blah blah blah. It's got 22 frets now, so you're like a USA tele. There it is again. Of course, any color you want. There it is in black, the S2. You do not have the ashtray bridge. You got a proper bridge. Nothing to get in your way picking. You have 6 individual saddles. You have a real guitar compared to a Fender. Yes, I said it. And finally the S3, my personal favorite, right there. Chambered. They weigh about 4.5 pounds. And 3 single coils, 5-way switch, and that be that. 22 frets, maple, 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 and maple. They do have the maple tops on these, and they are very light, and they are very acoustically resonant, of course. I'm just going to show a few more pictures of, oh god, there's one of my favorites, of the finishes they put on these. That one doesn't do it justice. I've had that one. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Pass up the shitty bang bang. Granite. No, that's not the spray on shit. That is a real finish, man. That is evil. That's an S1, again with the humbucker splittable, active pickups, battery in the back. Okay. Then you got, again, these are all the new ones. Crap. Here's an S2 in red. Okay. And then crap. Here's the headstock. Generation series. That's what the headstocks will look like on the good ones. Let me find a few more finishes and then we'll go on after the other guitars that are actually good that you need to see. I've got a video of a review for the S3 3-single coil, so basically a Strat with a telly body, hollowed out. That is amazing. Good God, I gotta get another one of those. Amazing. Here's somebody who spent their money and got themselves a real American S series collection, all S1s. Somebody put a center pickup in the one on the left, so they did mess around with that one. Everything, there's a blonde S1. Okay, don't think it stops there, man. You get your choice of finishes, but these are the good ones. And some, not that one, but some actually you could get them with a trim, so you might find that. Again, this is the import where you have the ashtray and the 3 barrels that are shitty, so don't get them. Then they changed them up a little bit where they look like that, ick. And then they do this, and it's ick. And then they do that, and it's ick. So don't get it. Again, okay, I have this. This is me. I mean, actually me. That's me with my one of my S3s. So if you recognize my music room here. Okay, granite again. Look. Again, that is a real finish. That is not. That's the Peavey finish. That's not somebody at home. Again, I have to find out whatever the hell that is. I'm interested to see what it is. If it's American, I have to try one at least. Not just because it's American, because I love these Korean guitars and Japanese, and I don't have many American guitars that I like. Everybody keeps saying, well, Scott only likes American stuff. Man, it just depends on the acts. With Peavey, yeah, the American stuff is the only stuff to get. The basses, though, they did a better job on, but the guitars are shit. So far that everything I've tried, not from the USA, Peavey, guitar-wise, has been shit. Then we'll scoot on to a few other things. I've had that finish S1, I'm sorry, S3, 3 pickups. Again, S1, you have 1 humbucker and another pickup. The S2 means you have 2 single coils like a regular one. S3 means you have 3 single coils. See everything else on here, there's headstock. Here, generation series. Okay, you have a typical Fender looking bunch of crap on there for a string tree. Same as that. Look at that body. You know, multi-layers of quality. You see a Floyd? Yes, you do. That's factory. Okay, so S1 with a Floyd, multi-layers of tone woods. There's a nice S1 out in the grass, smoking some grass. S1 with another pickup installed at the bridge. You'll see the little toggle switch right behind the tone, which actually splits it to single coil originally. Who knows what they did there? There's your rock. So it looks like it belongs with the Flintstones. That guitar rocks. But I think it's cool, man. Looks like you're on the flippin' moon. But if a lot of you guys probably haven't seen these. And that's why I'm here, because I could take over Peavey and make it viable again. I wish Hartley would give it to me and I could fire the guy in charge now and make them good again. Okay, there you got the Floyd installed stock factory. Bunch of shit down here. There's a S1. There's a S2 there. S2 there. All the rest are shit. And then I will get you into a lot of the other stuff that just hasn't came up. And again, there are more finishes that you can't believe. If you can't tell, that's a beautiful purple. Beautiful. Nice blue with a Floyd. I mean, these are serious guitars. I mean, as high end as you can get. So if you can find these, here's a Peavey T40 bass without the sorry guys, the things in the pickups, the rails. Me and my brain, we don't like each other. I'm getting ready to go in to get my back, well, worked on. They're going to open me up and work on that, so maybe I'll be able to walk again shortly. That could be cool. Okay, here's a TL5. Great bass. Great, great. Buy that one. Bass players. TL5. TL. Okay. Get it. I don't know why it's on this search, but there's a ad for the S3. See what else is just here in case I can find it and don't have to do a search for it. Just other USA guitars that came out later. Check it. Bam. That's great. Okay, so there are other great stuff. Bam. USA. Here we go. Some more S1s. Here we go in hot pink. Yep. Stock. See what else is right here. And then I'll go on to more stuff. But look at the different headstocks. Look at this one. Nice. With all gold. And I'm a gold guy. I like the gold hardware. I don't care if you do or not, but I do. Okay. Just more great finishes. Okay. Another TL5 for you bass players to entice you. Nice green. Look at that. And that's USA. That's solid, man. That's a great bass. Go get it right here. Nice purple. Flame maple, not quilt, but you know, flame stripe. T40 forever. That thing will go for the rest of your life and your kids' lives, and it'll last about 10 generations. Okay, so there's basically the generation stuff. Oh, this is what I want right here. Simple. Peavey USA Predator, white in perfect condition with a black plastic. I don't ask for much, but I think that is just classy. I wish the headstock matched, and I would love it if the fingerboard matched and was painted white as well. Here's another TL5. Okay, I'm going to do another quick search here. I got to show you guys this. I'm going to do the Peavey Randy Jackson. Yes, that Randy Jackson. Okay, bass players. Okay. Yeah. There you go. Let's see. There's the back of a Silver Burst. So here's Randy. Great basses. And again, the Rudy Sarzo, don't miss it. Silver Burst, right there. Randy Jackson, Randy Jackson, Randy Jackson. Get them. They are awesome. Yes, that's pink. There it is. Natural. That's a great bass. Don't miss it. Don't miss the Randy Jackson stuff. It's honestly awesome stuff. Look, this is, it's real stuff. Major, just high-end guitar. Here's other stuff. Want to make you aware that those do exist, and there are a few on eBay as of today. What is this? April Fool's Day. but this won't load up until 2 weeks from now because I've got other videos to load up, but it'll take a week for each video. I never did run into a Peavey T27 for some reason, and it's my favorite. Let's go get one. We'll find the... I got a few to show you. Oh, Peavey T27. So we'll find the regular one and the limited, so maple and rosewood. Here comes the T27s. Okay, there they are. So again, humbucker at the bridge, and you can split it using your tone control. There's everything about it. And there it is in candy apple red. There it is in natural. Here it is with the rosewood. See, T27 limited, not special like on the T25. Again, I've owned many of all of these. That's probably me. Yep, it is. With a perfect T27. That's online. You can go watch it. And the review of it. It's just more Fender sounding than any Strat ever made. It's just, holy crap, they got it right. There it is in that blue. There's like mine again. See the three-piece body on there. Some aren't so apparent, some are ash. Bam! Again, lots of colors. But the T25s, Peavey T27s are cool. Here's the limited. Rosewood, again. T27 is far and above my favorite. Very unique bridges. See if you can see that, but they're interesting. Are they amazing, the bridges? No, but they're interesting. Still fully adjustable in every way, shape, and form. But, okay, and you will find pictures like this, which will show you how things are operated. Just Google, man is your friend, Peavey, whatever, then do the PDF, or just put in pit guard, or put in with plastic or whatever, and you'll see what all the controls are supposed to do that people don't know about. If you own an old Peavey USA, especially a T-Series, get the instructions, because there's more going on than you know. I have gotten easily 1,000, no lie, no stretch of the imagination, letters, people saying I didn't know I was playing single coils all this time. No wonder. I thought I had a super tone control when they got to the humbucker. It's like, no, it's just switching the humbucker. They're like, I didn't even know my guitar worked like that. It's like, well, I'm sure you didn't, but you know, that's sad, but you know, that's why I'm here, kids. I'm here to educate. Nice. T40. Beautiful. Burgundy. T40. Beautiful. Okay. T25 special. Ebony. I mean, you talk about a blackout. There's a T26 right down here. See if there's anything else just going to show up for fun here. Oh, here's a Peavey T45 bass. One pickup right in the middle. So it's like a Peavey T40 but minus one pickup. Okay. So there's more than that. If you haven't heard of those, there it is. See what else we got. That was me. My white Peavey T40, which you can watch the review of on here, on YouTube, or on my website. Man, these are just, the T-Series are amazing instruments, folks. There's Justin Spicer, one of my buddies, with his T15 of many bands. He has so many Peaveys now. He's just like, dude, thanks for turning me on to these. And they are that awesome. There's just nothing you could say about a good old Peavey USA, especially a Peavey T-Series. Okay, here's the old Falcon headstock. Let's go there. Show you some fun stuff. Okay, the Peavey Falcon. More than one. All kinds of Falcons that we haven't seen yet that are worth seeing because they are high end. But most people don't know they even made a Falcon. And these are guitars that people would go, holy crap, dude. Okay, here's the one I forgot to show before. The Forenza, which we've seen a few of. USA. Okay, so we're getting ready to look at some Falcons. There they are. Okay. Some are very normal, Strat looking, with matching headstock. Okay. Okay, I know it looks like a Predator, huh? Look here, matching headstock in a teal. Okay, now we're going to get some nice carved tops and everything with the Falcon range. A lot of people just don't know the Falcons existed. Let's see, there you go, right there. Looks like the Generation series, the good ones. Okay, here's another. See, here's the old Falcon headstock writing script. There it is. And a font. There's another one. So there's all kinds of Falcons out there, people. Check it out. Here's one with the missing bridge pickup for some reason at the moment. But there's one. Somebody put in different pickups there. But they may deceive you. So, you might think it's something else when you first see it, and then when you realize it's a Falcon. A lot of these had nice whammies too. Again, these are high-end USA guitars, and they were all out at the same time as all the other stuff. But don't miss these. If anybody can find a real Falcon, get it. Again, these are selling up to $1,000 or more. So do your math. Look at that. There's the top of it. Where's that? Elderly? I'll see if they still got that one. I love that. So that's Peavey Falcon USA right there. We got rollers, so we're looking Kaler. We're missing the high E. Fine tuner. Another print font. There's that guy sitting in the chair. We've seen him before. All Falcons. And some change. Body shapes. Okay. Ready? Yes, that's a Falcon. Different body shape. You're like, no, it looks like a Strat. No. It's not. Sorry. Okay. That's a Falcon. That's a Falcon. I'm skipping things that aren't. That one is. Of course, that one is. That is. Somebody changed the knobs. These are 2 knob Falcons. I'm sorry. I'm looking at them. No. What the hell, people? Looks like my tennis shoes. But look. Nice. Even though it's a Kaler. No, that will not stay in tune nearly as well as a Floyd nut. People are like, it'll go out of tune between the nut and the locking nut. Yes, it does. If your nut isn't cut right, it will still go out of tune. Even though it's locked down there, yes. Kalers are very different than Floyds, and Kalers still allow your balls to move around. That's why you cut your Floyd balls off or put your Floyd balls up at the this side. Double locking systems, man, there's no room for error, but there's room for error here on the Kalers. And if you dive bomb with a Kaler, the balls can float around, they can come back up in a different position and be way out, and then again, yes, that 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch between the nut and the locking nut will go out of tune because of the regular nut not being filed correctly. I know, it seems minute, but wait till you play one. Find a few more Falcons, then I'll grab a couple more things, because I'm here till the cows come home. Scotty don't do no short videos. I do thorough videos. You're like, no, you just ramble on. I'm like, kiss my ass. Man, I don't want to cheat you guys out of knowing stuff. And you're like, well, just plan ahead and get all the pictures together. Man, I'm here to talk and do whatever. You guys decide whether you like what I do or not. I know we've been talking about this for years. Look, Where's Elderly? Come here. There you go. I gotta go see if they have that. If they do, I'll get it. Man, I might, instead of the Predator, I might have to get a Falcon with the matching white headstock. Shit, that's pretty. It's all Jake E. Lee looking. You're like, Scott knows who Jake E. Lee is? Oh, come on, kids. I know who everybody is, but some of them just aren't bright. I don't care if they're good. A dumb guitar player is a dumb guitar player. I'm here to educate you dumb fuckers. Okay. Here's some popping up. Anything interesting? Yes, that's a plain old Falcon right there. That's a Falcon. Even though that is a different body style. It is not the Strat body style. It's more of a international Raptor style. Let me see if I can find anything else interesting in Falcon, because I know there's more, even cooler Falcons out there. You're like, man, I thought they were so great. It's like, they are, dudes. There's just so many that they're hard to find. I didn't mean to say there's so many that they're hard to find. They did make a lot of different variations, but they are impossible to find a great Falcon guitar anywhere. Look at, there's one. Look at that. That is pure quality at its finest. Just trust me on that. For anybody who trusts me for anything, that's a kick-ass guitar right there. Man, that shit is great. I should sell everything I have and get a whole bunch of these. Just hoard them. I could sell all that shit in there and just make a fortune on Peavey, old Peavey guitars like this. Hold on to them for 5 years after this video comes out. Make a fortune. I might go ahead this year and do it for my taxes and just spend maybe $50,000 on old Peavey guitars, and then sell all the Peaveys in 2020 if I live that long. But hey, there you go, Vandenberg done up, Vegas style slot machine. It says Viva Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. I know it kind of reminds you of the Nigel Tufnell thing. Got a slot there on the Floyd. You got a little something down there at the bottom. Kind of groovy though. Kind of a steampunk-ish thing going on. Jake E. Lee looking again. Love it. Man, I love white and I love black on white. See, I'm not prejudiced. I like it when they're black on the white. As long as they washed. Okay, anything left there? Hey, look what's back. Ta-da! That is great. God, I love that. That was superb. And again, the Peavey Horizons. So anyway, I will go there. I want to get you bass players a couple things. There's the Peavey. I need to get you the foundation. Okay, Peavey foundation. These are great classics. And then the Dynabass. Okay, these are simple basses, but they are awesome and will last you forever, and you can depend on them like a good jazz bass. The main thing about these are these super ferrite pickups. Okay, now this is a passive bass. Again, this is the foundation right there. A few different things, but they sound phenomenal, feel phenomenal, feel familiar, just like a jazz. They're skinny on the end here, on the neck end, or on the headstock end. So they feel like a jazz. A few more. And the white ones I have always loved. Here we got a few. Look at that baby right there, yeah. There we go. Here we go. Foundation. If you want to see what you look like with that on, here's a few. Man, these are just classic, and you can still get these for nothing right now. These are the ones I should get. Hell, I should get them all, and I swear you can make a fortune in 5 years. Buy a bunch of Peavey stuff right now. Look at that. That's old as far as foundations go. Look at this retainer, string tree, or whatever you guys want to call it. That is great. That has to be one of the first ones right there. Look at that. Beautiful. I know that color's on eBay right now for like 200 bucks. That should be an $800 base, and it will be in 5 years. Easy. Maybe in 2 years. I think I'll do that. I might do at least 20 grand this year on Peavey stuff just because. Just set them aside, then blow them out. It's a solid investment, trust me. And again, just because I'm cocky and I know, all I have to do is put this video up and it's going to be that way. They're going to go through the roof because they are worth it. Man, and there's that string retainer again on that one. They went through quite the thing. So again, there you go, the Peavey Foundation. And now for the Cat Daddy-O Groove Cricket is the Peavey Dyna Base, D-Y-N-A. Okay. Here you go. Bassists, get these two, a Foundation and a Dyna Bass, and a TL5, and a Randy Jackson. There you go, active, bam! Okay, these are old school, back in the day. Look at this, 5-string Dyna Bass in white, missing the truss rod cover on here. Okay, there's your controls, bam! Can you deal with that? Again, the super ferrite pickups, which are phenomenal, unless you go to the updated version a couple years later. Dudes, the Dyna Bass, no, not dinosaur. You might think so, but put it up against any bass you have. I'll tell you what, as classy as I'll get out, I hope I find it, is the charcoal finish right there. Dudes, really, dudes. Look at this. Yeah, you can have that, or you can have the older version. Okay, or you can have the neck through. There's all there for you. They went through every possible configuration. But the Peavey Dyna Bass, 3 bands of EQ, your pickup selector switch, master volumes, and all, just everything you see. Look, bam. Okay. You want wood, you got wood. You want black and not go back, check it out. I'm going to do a few more of these because, man, these deserve it. If you guys don't know about these, shame on you. Okay, more headstocks to look at. Bam, string retainer. Different variations, different cuts. There's that charcoal again. There's the back of that bitch. I hope I find, oh, there it is, with the strings missing. Wish I had a better looking shot. Well, I might still. There's one leaning against the fireplace. It's a great looking axe under the lights. I think I've seen every Dyna Bass on the Grand Ole Opry stage. Every bass player walked on stage had a Dyna Bass. Or the Foundation. One of the two. Look at this. I don't know what you're seeing there, but that's kind of a raspberry metallic. Kind of a different color, but I love the 5-string white. 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 God, I gotta get some more of these. I think I'll do that. I'm just going to drive these prices to the roof, and I'm going to get a whole bunch of these because I can, and cash in this year or in the next couple of years. I've got room for them since I sold a few hundred guitars. Green, beautiful. If you can't see that from here, look it up. Look at this guy and his basses. He knows what he's doing. Because these are honestly, whatever bass you have, I don't care what you have, this is going to equal it or beat it. That's an aqua, that's not seafoam, shiny. No, that's not a Satriani thing. Chrome boy. You're like, well, he knows that too? Yeah, dudes, I'm not a dipshit. I know stuff, I just don't care for them people. And that's because you can't play like them. No, I wouldn't want to, but you're like, oh yeah, right. I'm sitting here talking with myself. That's all I've got to do anyway. Dudes. Look. Look at the headstock shape. Nice contours. So they went through some major evolutions with the Dynabass. Everything you can think of. You want some scratches? There you go. So other even body shapes. Yep, it's still a Dynabass. Look at that. Active back there. Look at the neck through. Still Dynabass. So I think the Dynabass is the hiding thing that's going to break out, man. Everything that I've shown you. The Falcon, if I had to pick, I'd say the Generation Series guitars, you know, the good ones, and the Falcon guitars, the higher end Falcon guitars, and then these Dynabasses, and maybe the Foundations too. Maybe even the Randy Jackson stuff, but no, but the Dynabasses and all the different configurations, man, there's some serious stuff here. That looks like a Burnell. Look at that. But that's definitely Peavey right there. They're like, you know Burnell? Yes. Again, Scott, or folks, Scotty is not a moron. Okay, there's a fancier Hydra. Sorry, I'm looking. Jeff Cook again from Alabama. Not from the state of Alabama, but, well, he is, but in the band Alabama. Okay, plain. You're looking at a Foundation there. Is that all I want to show you? Here's somebody, if you want your name on there, on a Foundation, I mean on a my poor brain again. Dynabass, hey, put your name on there. Used to be an option. Anything else that I have to show you? PvP. I know I'm going to think of about 30 things when I get off of here. I'm going to really quickly see if this will even show me the Peavey acoustic that had the whammy bar. I don't remember what it's called, oddly enough. Will it show it with that search? I think it's called an acoustic. Because it looks like that. Where I don't see the whammy though. Let me scour down. See if we get it. Let me just put in PB acoustic whammy. I'll try a tremolo after that if I don't see it. And it might, I think it's PB acoustic. Now that I think about it. This guy's got something going on there. It's not the one I'm looking for though. Let me look. And then I'm going away, so if you want to cut out, you can. There's a lot more Peavey USA models if you want to check them out on your own. But I'm going to try. Oh, here you go. This is not it, but nice purple. Got some graffiti there. This is the Millennium that I bought for $98, 5-string blue that you can get right now. It's imported, but it's a great bass, kids. It's like a BXP is what they call it, but it's Millennium if you know how to spell it. Mellinin. Let's look for. I'm gonna find that guitar and then I'm gonna get out of here. One more thing. I'll just put acoustic and hope for it. PV with and without a hyphen. ECOUSTIC. Please be there. There's somebody with a whammy I saw. that's the guitar, though. That is what it's called. That's the one that has the whammy. Just where's the damn whammy? They got the acoustic amps. Let's just search. I'm just going to look for a whammy bar. There it is. Bam! No feedback. There you go. The Peavey acoustic with the whammy bar. Okay? Didn't believe me, did you? There it is. Okay? And for those of you who want to know, yes, it is a ovation type thing, but and the same as the Yamaha APX series, where they have a molded back and a bolt-on neck right there. But yes, the acoustic guitar that will not feedback with the whammy, and it's actually acoustic in there. But there you go. I mean, these guys have done it all. And if for all you guys out there that don't know how much crap Peavey has done, go look. Every instrument ever made, they've done it. Every instrument. And again, the Radial Pro drums, God, those are going to be worth a fortune. Those are going to be worth a fortune. Again, I bar none guarantee they are the best acoustic drums ever made in the history of the world. And I'm not an acoustic drum lover, but their design is bar none way above anything else that's ever been put out. Okay, so there you go, folks. Once again, Scott Grove, GroovyMusicLessons.com, and there's a lot more of these coming. Yes, I'll get to your brands eventually, and or not. I may tell you that they suck, and that will be up to you to decide. I'm here. Oh, there's my baby, Generation S3. I'll leave it right there. So, decide on it. Again, these are our Peavey USA. Yes, even that acoustic. The acoustic. All one word. My brain came back for that one at least. So, nice long video on Peavey, but God, I know my shit on Peavey. And I don't have much here. I just sold it off for lack of room, but I think I've still got another car space out in the garage with nothing in it that I could hide a couple hundred in the case. And yes, the garage is heated or cooled and humidity controlled as well, because I treat my cases as well as I treat my guitars. I keep them humidified and everything so the Tolex doesn't fall off of certain ones, and etc. And I don't get weird little spiders in them and blah blah blah. And again, don't forget to check these out. These are actually, oh, there's an acoustic they're calling it that. Oh, the amp, okay. That's one of the carbon guitars. Check out the old Peavey stuff, man. Again, they're going to go through the roof. They're already on their way. The ones that I have already done reviews of, the Predators, the cheapos that you could get for $97 2 years ago that are going for $500 now, just because I did a video. That's not why. Yeah, it really is why. Scott, you give yourself too much credit. No, I don't. I tell you guys the truth. Oh, you sure are in love with yourself and love to hear yourself talk, don't you? No, I love to teach you guys, and you don't know the fucking difference, is what it is. Well, listen to the tone of your voice. Well, hey, give me some voice tone wood. Give me some tone throat. Some some tone vocal cords. What would that be made out of? Get that made out of mahogany with a flame maple top vocal cords. Fuckers. So either listen or don't, but either way, I'm going to go ahead and make a shitload of money. That's what I'm going to do is, despite some people that are going to bitch at me for doing this Peavey thing because they've been such dicks, and no, I'm not pushing the new stuff, and I hate the guy running it. I know Hartley still owns it, but the fucking son-in-law and all the nasty shit they did, and they're going to go broke. But then again, these old USA stuff that were great, they're not less great just because time has went by. They're just not in your hands right now. So these are phenomenal instruments, and you guys are still going out and buying fucking Squires and Epiphones. Shame on your fucking ass. you could be getting these, but I'm going to drive the prices through the roof, and I'm going to have a shitload of them. I'm going to pad my bank account some more and make my wife a very happy rich woman when I die, and she can buy a much prettier husband. That's the ultimate goal, just to set her up and me have some fun in the meantime. But have you noticed I give every spare second, I'm just scrolling, as you can see, scrolling. I donate every spare second of my time when I'm not just deathly sick in the fucking bed. Oh, pity party, Scott. Hey, fuck you. I give it to you guys. And it's not for me, it's for you. I'm just letting you in on it. I noticed by watching eBay now that a lot of you guys are in on the guitar lesson thing now, making some money. That's great, you should be, because it fucking pays great. I can tell who's doing great, who's going out of business, who ain't putting the time in to make it fly. Nobody else was doing it. There was one other person doing it when I started doing it, and doing it from their home. And fuck, it's been great to me. Love it. And you don't have to make the videos again. It's a renewable source of income. That's what's beautiful, is you never have to make that video again, unless I want to do them all in high def or whatever. But hey, you guys have seen it. I've done a video on that whole model too, and got a lot of people into business and tutored them one-on-one, some in piano, some in whatever, and their businesses are doing great, and you make as much as you care to. And you come out here and you become a celebrity, and whether it's hated or who gives a fuck or liked or whatever, you make sure you make a name for yourself and your name is out there. It's just like Justin Bieber, the roast was on for the first time last night, so you know when this is. Again, it's just now turning, yeah, it's 25 minutes into April Fool's Day here, 2015 is when I'm filming this anyway. It's still a couple weeks before it'll go up, just simply because that's how long it takes to upload all the other videos. But so yeah, I'll go ahead and start grabbing some select Peavey stuff that I mentioned, and I'm going to drive the prices. So I can do it. Why? Because I have the drive. You can do anything too if you have the drive. I just happen to have drive for everything. I just wish I was healthy enough to do everything. Again, yes, I'm going to get my back opened up and fixed, or I will be paralyzed. Either way, I don't care, as long as it just doesn't hurt anymore. So that's coming up. And then I'll work on the other one. And I'll either die or I won't. One of the two. So I know so many people have been so nice and written, oh man, when my buddy and I, when he put up the Scott Grove is dead thing, so many people wrote back, oh fuck, I wish that was real. Oh man, this is a joke. Fuck. I don't blame some of you, because you're retarded. Not getarded, but retarded. Like Wyatt retarded. That much. But you will always come back and say, dude, sorry, didn't mean to be a dick. Now I see that you're right. And hey, I get off on that too. Anyway, you guys be groovy. I'm going to get online now and start converting this and buy me some Peavey stuff. Old stuff. I'm not giving Peavey another dime of my money ever, but I will buy the used stuff off people who need money. I'll run to Vegas and make a run and pick up 40, 50 instruments in one day from Craigslist before this comes out. So, catch you guys later. Bye.